Yo, what's going on? Is Dale the Legend here back again with another video. It's been about 7 days, 6 days since I last uploaded, and it's time to make another video. Yeah, and I was thinking about what kind of video to make. Yeah, and I really got in my head about it. I really was thinking just a lot of negative thoughts about how the video would go, or not having the right things to say, or not being a good enough person to make like valuable videos and things like that. And I just sat there and I was just thinking and about like negative thoughts, and I'm realizing like these thoughts were just unfounded. They're not really based in reality. And the whole idea that if I were to make a video and it would be bad is because I'm just bad at making videos, and that the only way to get better at making videos is to make the videos. You know what I mean? What I what I was thinking is that I'm afraid of failure. I'm afraid of making mistakes on camera or posting the video, and then it gets sent to the Discord server, and then people see it and it's a bad video. I'm thinking all these negative things, and I realize like sure that could happen. Sure I can make a bad video. Sure people might not like it, right? But it's like that's what it takes to get better. That's what it takes to improve, and that's a concept I've heard of in the Ryan Holiday, his book The Obstacle Is the Way. I don't know if that's what the book is about, but the idea that the obstacle, the thing that's holding you back, by doing that you're gonna get to success. I think that's something profound, or some a concept that I'm exploring right now. So right now I'm making this kind of video. This is kind of Hamza. He was describing like how to start a YouTube channel, and he was saying that one way you can do that is just by recording like a daily like vlog, or a daily like check-in, you know what I mean, like kind of like a journal entry. So that's pretty much what this is. And honestly, I might start doing this more. I want to start doing this more consistently, because as I said before on this channel, I do want to make this consistent. Ideally it would be a video every day, and right now I'm not really shooting for that. Right now I'm kind of shooting for just uploading on a somewhat consistent basis. Again, I don't have like a specific schedule, and maybe that's a bad thing, but I've just been trying to keep it somewhat consistent, not giving up, because I have done that in the past. Just gave up on this channel like months with no videos. But man, I just lost my train of thought. But oh yeah, so yeah, you said to make consistent videos just like every day, and then you could just you do better than making videos like once a month, or once every couple months, highly edited and all that. You do better if you just talk to the camera consistently, things like that, short videos. So yeah, that's pretty much um that. And another thing that I've been doing so far this past week is getting into Stoicism. And Stoicism is a philosophy, which is a philosophy is really kind of, it's like it's a way of life. It's the idea of how should I live my life? What things are worth pursuing? And Stoicism is something that I've been looking into and reading about, because I want to figure that out for myself. Because I feel like, I'm not necessarily a religious person. I don't have a religion. I didn't grow up religious. So I don't have like a base, like a moral basis and ethical basis, whatever you want to call that. Like, people who are Christian, or is it Muslim? Yeah. They have their virtues and things like that, things that they do, things that they don't do. You know what I mean? So it's like, I didn't grow up with a religion, so I don't have that set in stone, right? So I'm just based off my own experiences, and I have to accept that I'm not like a wise person. I'm not saying that to be limiting. I'm just saying like I'm just not an experienced person. I'm a young guy. I'm highly impressionable. Just things come into my life, and then I say, "Oh, this makes sense. I agree with this," or something comes into my life, and I feel like I'm highly impressionable, and constantly changing my ideas and beliefs. So it's like I don't know if I can really rely on myself. It sounds kind of weird, and I should do that. But it's like sometimes I just give in to myself, like my emotions too much. Like playing video games like a couple of days, or actually yeah, like a couple 2 days ago. Like I was just I just downloaded a video game, Dragon Quest, on my phone and just started playing a bunch. And I was kind of lost, you know what I mean? And I was just giving in to bad habits, I guess, you know. So it's like, man, I can't trust myself, you know. So yeah, really, what I'm trying to get into trying to get into philosophy because I feel like by following, like, it's the idea that these people a long time ago, like thousands of years ago, they were thinking about how to live, and they developed their thought process, and they shared it and they taught it to people, and but they really like thought about it, you know, and they really thought about it and came up with all these ideas and wisdoms, and now I can inherit those wisdoms by reading about it and learning about it. So that really sticks out to me because people have, you know, I'm sitting here trying to figure out life, and people have already figured it out, and it's not like that's like their way is the right way. It's not like stoicism is the key to and the answer to everything, or religion is, because I think there's a lot of different answers because, you know, everyone lives a different way, you know. So but it's just the idea that, like, I could go through life and learn all its lessons, or I could, you know, learn the lessons from other people before me, other great people like Marcus Aurelius, man. Yeah, yeah, Alexander the Great as well. You know, these great people in life, people who have done things, even ordinary people. You know, learning from people and what they've had to go through, so that I don't have to go through that same lesson. You know, I still have to kind of learn the lesson. I still have to apply it, but it's just easier. You know, it's easier. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. Reading a book called A Guide to the Good Life: The Ancient Art of Stoic Joy, and I'm in about chapter 2 right now, and it's going over the history of Stoicism and other philosophies as well. So I think it gives like a good perspective on what philosophy even is, and then it is considered one of the more popular Stoicism books, and I'm glad for that because honestly, I do like reading books that are popular, and I believe it's because, like, if the book is popular, then that means that it's like good, you know what I mean? Like people recommend it, it's a good book, you know. And obviously that doesn't necessarily mean it's true, but like you can still have a good book, but it's like not popular, but it's like, to me, that's what makes sense, you know. Reading like the most, I want, like, when I read a book, I want to read like the best book on the topic, you know. So I chose that book because it seemed more accessible than Meditations, for example, because I think I got to get a first, like, an introduction into what it is, and then I'll read Meditations. And I actually ordered a copy of Meditations, which is coming on Tuesday. So I'm excited. I'm excited because I think there's a lot of progress to be made coming over these next few months. My last few months of school. I'm a senior, about to graduate high school, and the summer I'm ready for monk mode. Yeah, honestly, like, I'm just and in this day I'm preparing myself to go monk mode because that's what I want to do. All my journey, it's been like 4 or 5 years of self improvement. I've always failed the summer. I've always just struggled. Got like, I would make these huge routines. I'd write it all down, get my brother on it, and then we do it for 1 day, 2 days, a week, you know, and then we just fall off and then play video games the whole time, watch anime, you know, be in bed, all that. And I'm still doing that, honestly. I'm still, when I go on vacations, I'm on vacation right now. The first 2 days I didn't work out or anything. I didn't even go outside. I was just inside in my bed, and I'm like, this is my default state. You know, if I'm not in school, I'm just a guy who does nothing. I just sit inside and play video games. So I'm like, okay, I gotta change that, you know. So right now, after those 2 days of just struggling, you know, getting into reading, or getting back into reading. Yeah, it's like, it's not like I lost all the habits that I was doing before. And to give a bit more context, right? So I'm in school, I'm doing good, I'm doing my good habits, I'm consistent with the gym and everything. And then the weekends, I kind of like be a Jeffrey, you know, I kind of slack off and all that stuff. And then it continues on. School comes around again, I'm focused in class, I'm doing my stuff. I go to the gym and get a good workout in. I come home, I'm kind of lazy. Weekends come in, I'm lazy all weekend. So now it's school break, summer break, and now I'm just lazy all day, right? So I'm like, okay, got to make some changes. So then it's the third day in the break, and now, actually, the fourth day. Yesterday I worked out, and then today I worked out as well. Got more sun, started reading more, you know, so things like that. So it's like, okay, I get it. That my natural state is kind of messed up. So, well, yeah, that was my video diary of the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna do more. I want to do another video tomorrow. So